Have you ever felt like you're alive, but not really living? You go through the motions, you laugh, you work, you even dream, but inside your mind is filled with a constant, heavy noise. A noise made of old regrets, past mistakes, and versions of yourself you wish you could forget. This was Alex's reality. At 20 years old, he was trapped by his own memories. Every night was a replay of the same painful moments. The friend he lost over an argument, the exam he failed, the time he disappointed his parents, the trust he gave to someone who broke his heart. These memories weren't just thoughts. They were walls, boxing him in from every direction. He was living in the past, and it was draining the life out of his present. One afternoon, mentally exhausted from another day lost in thought, Alex walked to a park. The sky was calm, but his mind was a storm. He sat on a bench, head in his hands, when a familiar, gentle voice broke through his inner chaos. "I see you're fighting with ghosts again," said Mrs. Lane, his former teacher, a woman known for her quiet wisdom. Alex managed a weak smile. "I guess so." She sat beside him. "You know," she said, "the past can't hurt you unless you carry it with you. You hold on to it like it's your duty." Alex sighed. "I know. But I don't know how to stop. The memories just show up." "Then you haven't learned the right way to let them go," she replied kindly. "Come, I want to show you something." They walked to a wooden table where she placed a glass of water. "Hold this," she instructed. Alex lifted it easily. "Now, keep holding it." He was confused, but did as she asked. After a few minutes, his arm began to ache. His shoulder tensed up, and his hand started to shake. "This is getting heavy," he said. Mrs. Lane looked at him. "Interesting. Did the water get heavier?" "No," Alex admitted. "Then why is it harder to hold?" "Because I've been holding it for too long," he realized. She smiled. "Exactly. Your past is the same. The weight never changes, but if you hold it for hours, days, or years, it will eventually break you." Alex slowly lowered the glass, taking a deep, shaky breath. The lesson settled in him, warm and clear. "I understand," he whispered. "No," she said softly. "You understand the idea. Living it is the real challenge." Over the next few days, Alex tried. Every time a painful memory surfaced, he'd tell himself, "Not now." But they were persistent. Some crept in gently, others crashed over him like a wave. In one night, after hours of agonizing over something he did years ago, he went to see Mrs. Lane again. "Why is it so hard?" he asked, frustrated. "I try to stop thinking about it, but it just keeps coming back." She calmly poured them both some tea. "Tell me, when you clean your room, what happens the next week?" "It gets dirty again," Alex answered. "Exactly," she said. "Your mind is a room. Old thoughts are like dust. If you want a clean space, you have to clean it regularly, not just once." For the first time, Alex saw his mind not as a prison, but as a space he could care for. "Sit with me," Mrs. Lane said. "Close your eyes." She guided him through a simple exercise. Instead of fighting your thoughts, just watch them. Don't push them away and don't chase them. Let them float by like clouds in the sky. At first, it felt strange. But then, a shift happened. The thoughts came, but instead of drowning in them, Alex simply observed them as they passed. After a few minutes, he felt a lightness he hadn't experienced in years. He wasn't cured, but he was calmer. When he opened his eyes, Mrs. Lane was smiling. "You see," she said, "peace doesn't come from controlling every thought. It comes from letting them pass without giving them your power." Alex smiled back, a real, genuine smile. From that day forward, his life began to change. He started his mornings with slow, deep breaths instead of scrolling through his phone. He walked without headphones, hearing the world around him again. He apologized to himself for his past mistakes and promised to do better. He forgave people who never said sorry, and more importantly, he forgave himself. Little by little, he was returning to the present moment. He started noticing the small things, the way sunlight painted his walls, the taste of his breakfast when he actually paid attention. One day he ran into an old friend he'd been avoiding. Instead of awkwardness, Alex offered a warm smile. "Hey, it's been a long time." They talked, they laughed, and they remembered the good times, not just the bad. The past was still there, but it no longer had a grip on him. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Alex felt more alive, more present. He wasn't perfect and he wasn't always at peace, but being present changed everything. One evening, sitting by his window, he looked out at the sunset. In that same spot where he used to replay his deepest regrets, he did something new. He took a breath and whispered to himself, "I'm here now." There was no fear, no regret, just now. And in that moment, he truly understood what Mrs. Lane had been teaching him all along. You can't change the past, you can't live in the future, but you can create peace by choosing the present every single day. He finally realized that letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about refusing to carry a weight that is no longer yours to hold. He felt lighter, stronger, and freer. And for the first time in a very long time, he looked forward to tomorrow. If you're struggling with the weight of your past, remember that professional help is available. Talking to a therapist or counselor can provide you with tools and support to navigate these feelings. You are not alone. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that can help you on your journey. We'll see you in the next video.